To give you a direct statement right there is me playing a game that I'm not interested in playing.
Okay,
to give you a direct statement right there.
Aren't you supposed to be in rehab now? And how long will you be in rehab?
3 months.
How many times have you been in rehab?
Several.
Have you ever wondered what happens when celebrities decide they've had enough? From awkward silences to razor-sharp comebacks, these stars showed us how to handle disrespect in class. Stay tuned as we count down 5 unforgettable moments when Hollywood's biggest names flipped the script on disrespectful interviewers. Let's dive in, because you won't believe what happens next.
Was Nicole the love of your life?
What do you mean, Peter?
You were married for 10 years.
Listen, we raised children.
Let's kick things off with Tom Cruise, the king of keeping his cool, until he doesn't. During a promotional interview, an interviewer thought it would be clever to ambush Cruise with a loaded question about his personal life. But instead of taking the bait, Cruise flipped the narrative with a calm yet cutting response.
And do you have a relationship where you talk, it's a parenting relationship, and talk professionally about each other's work?
Listen, here's the thing, Peter.
Yeah.
You're stepping over a line now. You're stepping over a line. You know you are.
I suppose they're questions
Peter,
that people want to know.
Peter, you want to know. Take responsibility for what you want to know. Don't say what other people. This is a conversation that I'm having with you right now.
You're right.
Okay, so I'm just telling you right now, okay? Just put your manners back in.
That's the kind of nice try buddy energy we all aspire to channel. Notice how he didn't raise his voice. He let the silence do the heavy lifting. Talk about a masterclass in composure. Honestly, if Cruise ever taught a course on shutting people down, I'd sign up faster than he runs in Mission Impossible. But what happens when the interviewer gets even bolder? Lindsay Lohan knows all too well.
Aren't you supposed to be in rehab now? And how long will you be in rehab?
3 months.
How many times have you been in rehab?
Several.
And how will this time be different? What are they rehabbing, first of all? What is on their list? What are they going to work on when you walk through the door?
We didn't discuss this in the pre-interview.
No.
Lindsay Lohan has faced her share of tabloid drama. But one interviewer crossed the line, turning what should have been a light-hearted chat into a grilling session about her past. Instead of breaking under pressure, Lindsay served up a response that was equal parts poised and powerful. That's the moment she reminded everyone why resilience is her middle name. Sometimes silence isn't golden. It's a weapon.
You have to be in rehab May 2nd. Are you going to be there? You'll be there, right? Who's taking you to rehab? You don't want to talk about that either, right?
Oh, God.
When you go to the rehab, what do they do?
We're here for a movie.
We have to what?
Let's stay on the positive.
Oh,
aside from that side of the positive.
Yeah. All right.
Come on now.
Quick question. Would you have been this composed, or would you have flipped the table? Let us know in the comments. And speaking of composure, Jonah Hill's experience was a lesson in turning ridicule into respect.
Jonah, do you think it's important to be unattractive to be funny? Can skinny people be funny?
What the man? You know, I don't understand. Can you just ask a normal question?
Are you the fat guy in Hollywood still, or is everybody like look at you and they're like, oh wow, you know, this is great. Now you're healthy.
Do you have any other questions that are smart?
First of all, you smell good, which is surprising.
Why is that surprising?
I don't know. I just wouldn't think of a guy who would have a nice scent on, and it
That's
seems
such a
you do.
I'm gonna really work hard to not take that as a shot. You know what I mean?
Jonah Hill has often been the target of cheap jokes about his appearance, but one particular interview took things too far. Instead of lashing out, Jonah delivered a response so thoughtful, it left the interviewer speechless. Moments like these remind us that kindness can be a form of power. Jonah didn't just defend himself, he redefined the conversation. But not all celebrities take the high road. Christina Aguilera, for example, knows when to fight fire with fire.
You have been an inspiration as a full-figured woman. What is the most inspiring story that you can remember where you've inspired someone? I don't know. I don't know. I'm sorry.
Known for her powerhouse vocals, Christina Aguilera also has a no-nonsense attitude when it comes to disrespect. During an interview, an offhanded comment about her appearance sparked a response that left everyone stunned, and rightfully so.
You've been known as an inspiration for women, as being a full figure. What is the most...
I mean, you just said it again. It's just sort of...
Sometimes you don't need a microphone to drop the mic. Christina proved that confidence is the ultimate comeback. Fun fact, that interviewer hasn't been seen since. Coincidence? We think not. And finally, let's talk about Tom Hardy, the man who doesn't just shut down questions, he obliterates them.
Your own sexuality seems a bit more ambiguous. Do you find it hard for celebrities to talk to media about their sexuality?
What on earth are you on about?
In 2015, Tom Hardy faced a question so invasive, it visibly caught him off guard. But instead of dodging it, Hardy confronted the interviewer head-on with a response that was equal parts savage and sincere.
But what is your question?
I was wondering if you find it difficult for celebrities to talk about their sexuality.
I don't find it difficult for celebrities to talk about their sexuality. Are you asking me about my sexuality?
Sure.
Why?
Why?
Thank you.
Okay.
I have a question for Tom Hardy. Tom, I'll preface my remarks by saying that I have 5 sisters, a wife, a daughter, and a mother, so I know what it's like to be outgunned by estrogen. But I just wanted to ask you, as you were reading the script, did you ever think, why are all these women in here? I thought this was supposed to be a man's movie.
No. Not for 1 minute.
Good for you.
That's kind of obvious.
That moment wasn't just a shutdown. It was a masterstroke. Hardy reminded everyone that respect isn't optional. It's mandatory. Now, imagine what would happen if all celebrities handled interviews this way. Would Hollywood's red carpets be a little quieter, or just a lot more entertaining? These moments weren't just about shutting down disrespect. They were about setting boundaries and reclaiming control. If you loved this countdown, check out our next video where we dive into the most iconic, unscripted moments in live TV history. Click here to watch now, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more.